This lighting is not it.
Brilliant. Hi guys.
Hello.
Bit of a different one from us today. We are actually at McDonald's, so that's very different.
Yeah, we thought we'd switch up the whole vibe, not just the workout, but the everything. Although we're gonna have the most boring McDonald's order ever, aren't we?
Yes. Rate our McDonald's order.
Hiya,
Can I get two? What's your wrap of the day?
Caesar up and a spicy with cheese.
Can I get a sweet chili wrap, please? I get the Philly cheese stack, please.
Yeah.
Did you want one? Do you want me to swap it?
No. Can I get a Fanta?
Can I get a Fanta, please?
Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you. Guys, you're joining us at McDonald's, which is probably not what you were expecting on our channel.
Sometimes you just need a McDonald's.
Yeah. And we
This
thought we'd
light.
do like a different video today because we've not really actually sat down and introduced ourselves.
No,
On the
we
channel.
thought we'd kind of tell you who we are.
How we do what we do.
If you scroll not that far down on our channel, you'll see some vlogs and stuff that we used to do. We were not consistent with it.
At all.
And I feel like we look a lot younger
We
already.
look so much younger. I was looking
Yeah.
at the first vlog we did was the bow and tea shoot. And
Oh
we
my
look
gosh,
about
we were
12
babies.
years old.
I know.
We probably don't look any different to you guys, but in my head, I feel like we look so different.
Yeah. So we thought we'd finally, now we're being consistent YouTube queens. Thank you.
That's Monopoly.
Oh.
£1.99 iconic menu item.
Ooh. What's
What does that
iconic
mean?
menu?
Don't know.
I didn't get anything.
Oh,
Did I get
sad,
anything on my
isn't
Fanta?
I've been wanting a Philly cheese stack for ages.
They're so good, to be fair.
Oh, it's got crispy onions on.
Oh my gosh, I got the worst luck with this. TV soundbar, but you need to win it all to get the TV soundbar, don't you?
I thought I got £200 train credit the other day,
You don't.
but you have to get 3. And realistically, I don't go to McDonald's enough to get 3.
So this is extremely hit and miss because either it's going to be perfect or it's going to be an absolute fail. Oh no, it looks pretty
No,
good.
the wraps. I feel like you can't go wrong with the wraps, especially the sweet chili one.
If you wanted to see it, guys. Do you want to show them yours or?
It's just like a heart attack, basically.
Lovely.
And 2 burger buns.
Anyway, sorry. Before I fill my mouth, after I've unfilled my mouth, we thought we'd have a chat. We've asked some questions on Instagram, mostly to give us some cues.
Yeah.
But we thought we'd just tell you kind of a bit about us.
Where the story began.
Where the story began.
And also, I feel like to clear up some of the misconceptions,
Misconceptions,
that we're
yeah.
sisters and twins
Yeah, or
lesbians.
Because it's either or. We're either sisters or we're lesbians, and we're neither.
We used to get the lesbian claim like all the time. Like probably 2 years ago. I don't really know what's changed. We've stopped hugging each other, and
I think
maybe we're not as like not touchy feely, but like we're quite close. Like we see each other every single day.
Quite close.
We are quite close, but not
we're
lesbian.
literally best friends.
We're best friends, but we do business together. So like we have to see each other.
Yeah, now it's like too late. Like if I decide I don't want Emily to be my best friend now, it's kind of like, well,
we run a business together, so we can't really go many places. Like if you wanted to move to Australia,
it's not really going to happen unless I get you to agree.
yeah, which is
So,
a bit.
It's a bit naff,
Oh,
really, isn't it?
I've got cheese sauce on my fingers.
So I reckon, so if you don't already know us from Instagram, if you haven't come here from Instagram, then we on Instagram we're Zoe and MFit, and we've been running that account for 4 years now. 4 years. So we started it just before lockdown, and then
We were still in college, weren't we?
yeah, we were still in college. It was literally just a bit of fun, wasn't it? We just wanted to like have something. Some of our friends wanted to start the gym as well, and we were kind of like in our group, I guess, like the first 2 people to start going to the gym. So we used to just put videos on to help our friends, I
Help
guess.
our friends.
It was
We
literally a
had no
private
idea
account.
what we were doing as well.
No,
It was a private
oh my
account. We
gosh.
never expected it to be how, like, we're so grateful for how it is, but we never expected it to, well, we never really expected it to take it seriously, for one.
I didn't think it would ever be work. Like, I was going to go and do design. I always thought I was going to do
At
design.
uni.
You always thought you were going to go and do like physio or something.
Yeah, I always wanted to do something to do with like fitness, so I wanted to be a physio, or I wanted to work in a school. I was a swim teacher for a little bit before we started this, while we were building it up, to be fair. But you had to force me to do the account, didn't you?
Yeah. Emily was very, like, nervous about what people are going to think. And I think I was nervous about what people would think, but maybe I'm a little bit more like, oh, well, just do it. But I really had to be like, we made it private at first. And I was like, let's just do it. Like, what have we got to lose? And to be honest, when I said, let's just do it, I didn't think, let's do it because it's going to be work. I said, let's just do it because it's fun. I never thought we'd be here at all.
Because since this is like the biggest thing in my life, that's made me realise that you can't...
Oh, she said I'm the biggest thing in her life.
No, I never said that. That experience was the biggest thing in my life to make me realise that you can't not do things because of other people's opinions. Because like 100%. This is the best thing that I've ever done.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. You can't... If you stop yourself from taking opportunities or... Well, we didn't know it was going to be an opportunity, but we just did it for, like... something that's a little bit different. I think that's what it is. If you do things out of the norm in your life, then it feels really hard to do. But if you never do things that are out of the norm, then you're never gonna do anything that's different.
And you're obviously gonna get people, especially if you're in college, that if you do anything other than the norm, you will get people saying stuff.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad, but you just have to do it. Like, people are going to say things anyway, aren't they? That's the realisation that I came to. That, like, even if you don't create a bit of a wave, then...
Even the most successful people have people say bad things, so why would you not try? So anyway, then we ended up here, but I would say there's been bumps on the road, because at first it wasn't work. We just did it as a hobby. It started to grow, and then after a year, I would say we hit like 10k. Was it a year? Or a bit longer
I
than
don't
that?
know, because... We've been doing it for 4 years, but I'd say only in the last year and a half to 2 years, it grew.
Maybe 2 years-ish.
Yeah. So we were
We're
doing
around,
it
like,
for,
15.
as a hobby for like
Yeah.
2 years.
And then because we were young, like, I think at that age you're kind of working out who you are, you're working out who your real friendships are. So we had a couple of blips, but we made it work. We
As
worked
friends
through
as
it.
well, you never expect to
Talk about money.
have to deal with like money
Yeah.
or obviously our business works the way it is because we've had to like figure out, because we have so many different things going on that we split the workload almost naturally.
Yeah.
And we've never really fallen out about workload, have we?
No,
It
never.
just naturally kind of happened.
I really think like before we used to get more frustrated at each other because we hadn't worked out that actually there's things I'm better at.
Sorry, the camera cut off.
Yeah, the camera told us that it was too hot, but we've taken it on holiday and it was alright, so I don't know why it's
being
deciding
dramatic.
to... Just doesn't want us to film.
Just being dramatic.
But what I was saying was that we worked out eventually that there's things that I'm better at and there's things you're better at. And if we naturally work in those ways, so for example, like you're really good at editing videos and, well, I'm going to be editing this, so if it looks rubbish, but on Instagram especially and like TikTok, you know social media, you know what works.
I've got a bit of a creative brain. Not saying that you don't, but...
Yeah, well, we both do, but in that way, your brain really works like that. And can't talk, ideas as well, like, this is going to do well, I know it, you're good at that. I'm just burping. Whereas I'm good at, what am I good at? I'm good at organisation, I guess, and like working out where the money's coming from, what are we going to...
I was speaking to someone the other day at the gym about, like, how he's so motivated. I said, I'm not. It's Zoe. I don't have a choice.
I'll message you, like, are we filming them?
Yeah. It is like having, if I wake up one day and I don't feel well, Zoe texts, like, what time are we doing today then?
And then either she has to just suck it up and do it, or you have to be like, oh, I'm really not feeling good, and you have to pull a sick day.
Yeah.
You have to ask your boss if you can have a sick day.
It's good though, because you hold each other accountable. And I would say we're better friends now than we were then, because we've had to learn how to communicate properly. And that's something that we didn't do as friends before having the account.
No, because I'm terrible at communicating. Well, I can be good at it if I really put my mind to it, but with most people, I don't communicate well. So it's not unless I'm like trying to work on a relationship or a business friendship that you have to like
You kind of have
communicate well. Yeah.
You have to have it work, obviously.
And also it balances it because I'm over the top of like feeling guilty about not working. So then on the days where you're like, Zoe, we don't actually need to film today. Why don't we just like do a bit of admin stuff, have a cup of tea, like do whatever we need to do, and then that's really good for me because otherwise I'd just be burnt out every week.
Yeah.
Okay, we've changed location. Kind of finished what we were talking about, I think. We were kind of talking about how we've both got our strengths.
Yeah.
And before, we used to like both try and do both things. So we wouldn't have any kind of structure in place on how we'd edit videos, but we would just be like, okay, we've got, I don't know, 5 videos that we need to get up this week. And then it would be like, oh, well, Emily's done 3. So then it would be, without speaking, it would be like, okay, so Zoe will do the other 2.
Yeah.
But it was never like a set thing. So then there used to be sometimes like, it was never tension, but I think sometimes it would be like, oh, well, how do we say to the other person that maybe it's their turn, or how do we like make sure it's equal amount of work?
Yeah.
And now
luckily,
that
we've got that kind of relationship now where it's like nothing you say, it can be that, like, we look at videos back.
We're so blunt to each other.
I don't think we realise, we watch videos back, like the workout videos, and it is, if the music wasn't on, you'd realise how blunt we were, and we don't even realise it, but we don't take it to heart anymore.
No,
like,
it's never taken to heart.
We can't ever take it to heart because it's literally just business.
Yeah.
And the only thing that we've struggled with is actually spending time as friends. Like in our calendar, we have to put Zoe time as friends, no work. Like when was it when I was feeling quite down one week, or were you feeling quite down one week, and we said recently, there's absolutely no strictly talking about work.
We can't talk about work. It's really difficult.
And then one time you talked about work when we said no work, and you had to.
Oh yeah, I had to face the wall. We said if we talk about work today, if one of us brings up work, whoever does it has to go and stand facing the wall for 5 minutes.
I'll try and find the video.
Yeah, you have to. And then I had to go in the lounge and stand facing the wall because I had brought up something to do with work.
It's kind of impossible though. Like that's the only thing that obviously we have had to like. Because we've just sat here as well when we've said, like, this is probably the first time we've done something as friends in, like, a month.
And it's technically work.
Yeah, because it always takes over. But it is nice because, like, we will just have those casual conversations.
Yeah.
But because we're, like, anyone will get that when you're really close with someone that you see, like, a lot, you don't actually talk about that many things anyway. No. So you just sit inside.
No, yeah, often, like, what do we have to talk about if it's not work?
Exactly.
Like, exactly. We know everything about each other, right?
Exactly.
Unless there's actually an event that's happened. But the other day, for example, I was doing a voiceover on a video, and Emily started, like, singing or, like, opened her mouth to talk, and I just went, shh. And then as soon as I did it, I was like, oh my gosh, that was actually so rude. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
No, I was like,
oh no, have I really annoyed you?
No, not at all. Because sometimes it's just like, whoa. And then you're just like,
you
yeah,
realise, okay, yeah.
Fair enough.
Just
Yeah, voiceovers are hard to do when there's 2 of us there. I think that's enough about ourselves, don't you?
Yeah.
I think we've waffled on enough.
Should we look at some of the questions?
Yes. Yeah, we put a little poll on our Instagram to some just like lifestyle/fitness questions. So we thought we'd read them out. Do you want me to interview
what we have
you?
to say?
Shall I read them out?
Why don't we swap? Interview me first and I'll interview you.
Okay. So I like this one. Are your workouts for every single body type? And this, we can kind of divulge into this because I feel like we've not really spoken about our little niche we have going on.
Yeah, what we do.
What we actually do.
Yeah, I would say so. I think we do loads of different workouts. I don't think we keep our workouts in one direct category. Like, we know that a lot of our followers like a glute workout. We know that a lot of our followers like to see whether it's a home or a gym workout, so that's why we do that. But we try and do all sorts, don't we?
Yeah, we always, I think with our content, we, for like a year and a half now, we always try and add 2 options on the screen, because obviously it's using both of us, so one of us isn't an ornament, but it's using both of us to show different options. So like, obviously not everyone is going to be able to do one certain exercise or one certain workout, so we always have like beginner versus advanced, or we have home versus gym, which is a common one that people like to see. And that's just more, it's giving people more options, because obviously it's, for most people, you can go to the gym, but are you going to have like it's hard if you're a beginner, and that's where I got most of my knowledge from to start, is from my phone.
Yeah, I think as well, a lot of like fitness, gym people, gym Instagrammers, there's so many good ones out there, don't get me wrong, and even the good ones, because there's only one of them, like they're only going to ever show exercises for their particular body type, exactly what they do to train, unless they do ones which are like for a training app, which are going to be different for their clients on the training app. But I think because there's two of us, we can obviously make use of that and then make sure that we show maybe what we would do in the gym, but then next to it, if you can't manage that, then you can do this, or if you feel like you're better than that, then do
this.
Yeah.
And I think it's good to have those options, because it's not, even though there is so much stuff on social media, like there's so much fitness knowledge out there, which is brilliant, but there's not I don't feel like there is enough for people that may not necessarily have a gym membership, or they don't have weights at home. We always get ridiculed because we put gym versus home, but we use dumbbells, don't we? And everyone's like, but even if you do have dumbbells at home, there's something there for you. So,
for sure. And that's why we wanted to start doing YouTube again. Obviously it's nice to be able to do videos like this, but the workout ones, which I think we've got 3 up now, it's nice to be able to give people an option. Okay, they want to see the home workouts, but now they can just stick it on their TV and do the whole
100%.
thing.
And it's a follow along one. Like it was really nice actually, because this is why we do it, because we had someone the other day when we were on a night out say that her and her mum follow workout videos on YouTube, and obviously it's a new thing, but the daughter follows the advanced and the mum follows the beginner, and I just think that is so nice. And like, for example, my mum wants to start, and I said whack them on TV.
No, I literally said to my mum the other day, I was like, she was saying, oh, I've not got time to work out, I've not got time, and I was like, just put a 30-minute one up on YouTube, and she was like, oh no, I can't do your workouts, and I was like,
we've got beginner versions.
You can.
No
so
excuses.
You've got no excuse. get it on the TV now.
But it is so important to have the option available to you, because otherwise you're just never going to start, because it's so daunting, and you don't like it's really hard to start anyway, let alone having the excuse of not having weight or not having enough money for a membership. Like, it's better to just get comfortable in your own home first, and then you can then progress, because it is one of the best things that you can do for yourself and your mental health, which is why we got into it in the start anyway.
100%. What else have we got? Shall I find one for you?
Give us one.
Okay.
I like that one.
This one?
Yeah. Because we kind of speak...
this is a good one. We've kind of started this already. How do you guys balance work, gym, social life? Love you girls. Love you too.
Well...
We don't.
Well, no, I feel like we do.
I think it goes in phases.
It definitely goes in... It's about finding a balance, isn't it? But... what was the question? My phone's gone down.
It was, how do we balance work, gym, social life?
Social life. So it's quite easy to balance our social life, because we only have a group of 4 friends.
Yeah, there's only 4 of us.
Each.
We've got,
We don't share a boyfriend.
There's 1 boyfriend each, okay?
This is why people think we're lesbians.
Oh, goodness. So, yeah, and I feel like because there's just 4 of us in our group and we're really close, it's easy for, like, there's a lot of understanding.
Yeah, definitely.
They know that...
They're busy as well.
Yeah.
Our 2 are the darlings.
Both very successful people.
Very successful queens. They're very hardworking. One's a tattoo artist, and one is a mortgage advisor. She's just passed a course, which is so good. But yeah, like, I feel like at the start maybe it was a little bit harder, but like we said, you work through it, don't you? And communication is key with those things.
I think because none of us went to uni, that helped, because we all stayed here in Leicester, so we kind of like have all gone through the stages, I guess, at similar times, rather than like 2 of us moving away and going and doing the uni life, and then we've all just gone straight into the working world. So
yeah, we've kind of just 100%. I've never thought of it like that.
Yeah,
and I guess with
but we don't do a lot of social things. Like, we have to book time away.
But we're not really like
social butterflies.
No, not so much. We aren't like huge social butterflies. I think we're all very similar in the point of view of like wanting to just stay home and
I think we'd rather have like a night in with
like
good
a wholesome
food.
like we went to do you remember when we went to the Lake District and we just got a cabin with a hot tub and we just had some wine, we played Uno and Jenga,
went in and out the hot tub,
we went
just
some
laughing.
walks. Like, that's my idea of heaven.
Social life.
Yeah.
So
I feel like our social life is quite good.
We do a lot of like, to be fair, I think we're really lucky. We do a lot of like times away with friends.
Yes.
And we're good at that. Like, we're good at saying, okay, we're going to book this time to go and do something with our boyfriend, or do something with each other, do something with our friends. But in terms of like week by week, in the week, I would say we're not that great.
No, it is hard though, because all of us work at different times. Like, we are pretty free in the day,
In the
aren't
day,
we? Which
yeah.
makes it good for the whole like balancing gym and stuff.
Yeah.
So luckily we do have a lot of free time in the day, but it's weird, like sometimes I'll be editing until like 11, 12 p.m. Like I remember messaging you one time and I work better in the evening rather
Yeah,
than
like
the
why
morning.
are you awake? Like why are you working?
So I'd rather just like get the gym done.
She'd rather have a
when I
sofa
can.
day all day and just chill,
100%,
and then
100%.
drag yourself out to the gym at like 6.
Yeah.
And then once you get back from the gym, you're like, okay, I'm awake now.
That's how I used to work, but at the minute I've started to go like midday, or like I went this morning before I even did a client. I had done 20 laps in the swimming pool,
Wow.
20 minutes in the gym, 2 minutes in the plunge pool, and a weight session.
I want to get to the swimming pool.
It's great.
I want to go swimming.
It's absolutely great.
I really need to do a run today still. I've not done anything yet, but I'm more of an early riser.
Yeah,
so I'm
I work
tired.
better at night.
Like I start work at 6 a lot of the time with my clients in the gym. So then if I've got up at 5, then by the time it gets to 7 p.m.
in that respect.
yeah, I
aren't
just
we?
don't. I'm not good at it. Okay, next question.
Next question. Do you really like the brands you are paid to wear or privately wear other brands?
Ooh. Well, that's interesting because I'm in Woman's Best right now and you're in VQ.
Which are the two people that we're sponsored by.
Yeah, we literally only work with 2 brands like regularly, and it's Woman's Best and VQ.
Luckily,
so
their
if that-
stuff. Well, I say luckily, their stuff is brilliant, but we only work with brands that we will actually wear.
Yeah.
Like obviously, in the past, maybe when we were building up the channel, we maybe tried a couple, but we didn't do long-term partnerships. So
Yeah.
we're in a contract with VQ and Women's Best for 6 months, and that's kind of rolling. But yeah, like I don't think we would ever promote something that we didn't genuinely wear.
No. And don't get me wrong, like we've got other brands in our wardrobe, like we're not exclusive with them, and I guess that's partly because we know that we're going to wear other brands to the gym sometimes, and it's nice to have the freedom, but we do still wear other brands. But to be honest, if I'm going to the gym, I would say 99% of the time
Same.
I'm in either Vanquish or Women's Best.
Yeah,
so
me too. It's the only thing really that I have in my wardrobe.
I think
really.
we've had
I keep the things that I wear. So.
yeah, in your wardrobe. And I think we've had to think about this at times because we got quite a good, if we're being open, like we got quite a good offer from a brand not that long ago. And it was better than what we are on now, and we were like, oh my gosh, like we've never been offered that amount of money before, what do we do? And we've got management, and we spoke to Omar about it, and we decided not to go with it because we just thought, well, it's not really our type of brand. It's not really like the clothes that would be in it would be that we would just put them on for the videos and workouts. I'm sure they'd look great on them, but then in day-to-day life we probably wouldn't pick them.
And luckily, like, a special shout out to our management because they are so good. Like, they won't do things just for money. So
They'll tell us no.
Yeah, if they don't genuinely think something aligns with us, they won't even bother.
Yeah, and they'll
Which is obviously
benefit.
a cut for
like,
them.
Yeah, like if we went with the brand, then they would have their cut of that. So for them, it would make sense to I guess be like, yeah, take it because then you get money, we get money.
Yeah.
But they'll tell us, like they'll advise us, guys, I don't really think that's you.
Yeah.
And then we think about it more, and then 90% of the time we agree.
And like we said, we only started it we never intended it to be a business. So obviously money will help us carry it on, and we do need brand sponsorships and
To
stuff
be able to
do what we do.
Yeah.
But it's not really about the money.
No,
if we're being
no.
honest.
Well, we never start, like we both had jobs when we started it. Now we still have another job, but it's not really ever been for that purpose, except from the fact that we just love doing it. We love when we like get a message from someone saying that they've like been doing it. Like you mentioned earlier.
Oh,
it's just
that's the best thing for
so,
me. That is
yeah.
literally the best. It's so rewarding to get
Yeah.
people to say, like, just open your DMs. And luckily we don't actually get that much hate. I think we did at the start.
No, I had a question about this the other day.
Yeah.
I went round for someone's house with someone that my boyfriend knows, and they were asking me about what I do, and they said, oh, how do you deal with hate and stuff? And we don't get that much hate.
Well, I think we did at the start.
At the start.
TikTok is so I run our TikTok.
Yeah,
and
TikTok's
sometimes
brutal.
TikTok is brutal, but
Yeah.
like this is what we were kind of speaking about at the start. Like at the start, I really could not deal with hate, but now
you've grown such thick
I
skin
don't
with it.
really. Yeah, it's just like you're boosting the engagement, so fire away, mate.
Want any banter?
Thanks.
You've been waiting for me to offer, haven't you? Just finish it if you want. I'm not offered the whole time.
The straw,
Sorry.
man.
Have we? Yeah, I feel like that's kind of answered that.
Yeah. Moving on then.
Moving on.
Do you want to ask me?
Yeah. What would you be if you weren't a fitness coach?
Oh, I like
We've
this
already
question.
kind of touched on this as well.
Yeah, I like this question.
I do.
I would be I love kids. Not in that way. I love working with children.
Yeah.
Working
you are
with
one.
children. Yeah, because I am. Like, in my personality, it's not grown up enough to tell myself that I
work with
can't.
adults.
Yeah. That's the thing. And the clients that we do have all
Our
kind of
friends.
align. Yeah, they kind of align with.
Yeah.
With they wouldn't choose us as coaches or anything if they didn't align.
If they
with
weren't chilled as well.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot what the question was.
What would you be?
So I would definitely want to work with children, maybe as a PE teacher, or
Yeah.
I'd love to go into like maybe if I wasn't what I do right now, I'd love to be like a therapist.
Yeah.
My mum, I've had a couple of people say like, you should become a therapist. So that's quite a flex. That's a really real good compliment, that is.
But I think as a personal trainer, depending on the personal trainer, but a lot of personal trainers end up as therapists too. I think
definitely.
the stuff that our clients tell us, like, you have to be able to listen to someone's life. You have to be able to like empathise.
Definitely. It's only part of the job teaching someone how to relax.
It's a very vulnerable, like, getting a coach is a very vulnerable thing to do, I think.
You're
like,
putting your life in their hands, really.
Yeah, you're telling them about what you feel about yourself.
And we've had people open up quite a lot, haven't we? Like, you build quite a special relationship with someone that you trust like that. And I absolutely, like, I know we both love our clients so much. They're like besties.
Literally, I love it.
But what would you be?
I do wonder about this sometimes. I think I would be some kind of designer. When I, before lockdown, so when we were doing our A-levels, I'd actually applied to go and do interior architecture at Manchester University. That never happened because I never really, but the thing is, I never really wanted to go. Like, I just think I kind of thought, well, I don't know what else I'm going to do, so I might as well apply to uni. So thank God I didn't.
That's what I did with A-levels.
Yeah, you literally did. And so I don't know if I ever would have actually ended up ever going. I know that I didn't go because of lockdown, but I think even if lockdown hadn't have happened, probably would have found a way to avoid it for at least a year, and then in a year's time wouldn't have happened. But I love art, I love like designing things, I love the concept of like a building. Designing a building, I really found it so interesting. That makes me sound like such a but no, I really, But
we kind of use design. We kind of use that skill in our job. Yeah, like Canva and that. Beta.
You know, a designer would hear you say that and be like, "Oh, this is a problem."
Yeah, they would.
Everyone
maybe cut that out.
Why is it overheating again?
We'll do one more question and then we're going to go, because otherwise this video is going to be like 4 hours long.
And I've got to edit this one.
That's kind of why I'm dragging it on. For someone who struggles to eat already, how would you recommend eating more? This is more like a fitness question.
I think that's really hard. I think trying to eat more can be just as hard as trying to eat less.
If not harder.
If not harder, yeah. I think it's underrated how hard it can be. But you can do things like having high calorie like drinks.
Blending it all up. That's what I used to do.
Liquid can help. Have lots, how do you call it, little and often. So rather than like having 3 big meals in a day, that's going to be really difficult because you might feel full really quick.
Very overwhelming to look at, like a massive huge plate as well.
Yeah, so if you can do 5 or 6 meals rather than 3, I know that sounds dramatic, but when I say meals, you don't have to have like 5 or 6 bangers of mash. Like you can have like granola and yogurt and then a fruit salad and then another salad and then some carrot sticks and hummus and then a sandwich and split it all up rather than having it all on one plate at one time. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. That could help.
And if you are looking to build muscle, then prioritising protein, and that's what I used to do when I was bulking. When I first started the gym, I was quite thin and I really wanted to like grow a bunda. So what I do was grow a bunda. So what I do every single morning before college, I'd drink it all the way through because it was so thick. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I would do milk, oats, peanut butter, frozen strawberries, a whole banana, a scoop of protein and yogurt. It was full, wasn't
It'll
it?
be packed with calories.
Absolutely packed. It must have had like 600 calories, 700 calories.
Yeah.
And I'd drink it. It would take me
all day
to drink
It'd be
it, basically.
warm by the time
it was
you finish.
disgusting. Like, everyone knew me for this.
Carrying this
Do you remember
oat
when
thing.
I bought tuna cans into school?
Yeah.
And I bought an actual
Yeah.
tin opener
Yeah.
because they weren't the flicky ones, and I had to go around with this tin opener.
I don't know how she did that though. I don't know how Emily wasn't bullied in school, because imagine coming into school with a tin of tuna and a can opener. Bearing in mind, when you open a tuna, the juice goes
and it
everywhere and it
stinks.
reeks. And you didn't get. Everyone liked you.
Well,
Somehow, well, most people. Most people.
but yeah, I remember one person bullied me for that, but
Did they?
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
no, she did have brown hair though. But it was a nice bully, if you can get that. It was a nice bully.
Yeah, it
wasn't
was like
actually
banter.
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
There she goes again.
It cut off again, so I feel like that's our sign for us to stop.
Yeah, we need to stop waffling, because otherwise Zoe's going to spend the next 2 weeks editing this, and we're
we don't
trying
have
to
2
be
weeks.
as committed as we can to
Consistent.
YouTube right now. So
Yeah.
let's keep it short and sweet. It's going to end up being 40 minutes. But we hope you enjoyed that just kind of casual get to know us.
Get to know us. It was not really a catch up when we never caught up with you in the first place. But now I feel like next time it will be a catch up.
Yeah, we will have a workout video as well after this next week. So we'll
Yeah.
see you guys then.
Yeah, if you didn't
Your
like the
water
catch
bottles
up, then
and your weights and
yes.
your body weight.
get back to it. Back on your TV.
See you guys soon. Mwah!